Hey everybody, I'm Chris, and as you may remember from one of my previous videos, I got a rendering PC for doing Blender projects. Now, a big part of me having to switch to a rendering PC instead of using my MacBook Air, which by the way was terribly slow for rendering, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, I had to switch to Windows 10 just for rendering, and as you may know, I hate Windows 10, as shown by the Mac versus PC video that I made not too long ago. But because it was cheaper, and I don't have $6,000 plus for a Mac Pro, which I really would need, I decided to make Windows 10 more appropriate for the type of stuff that I do. So, this is what it looks like now. Why has Microsoft placed this curse upon us? Who is responsible for this horror? And this is what it looks like after I changed it. So today I'm going to walk you through the steps to make it look less, terrible. Let's get started. Alright, step 1. Get rid of light mode, which I don't like. So we're gonna click on the Windows icon or hit the Windows key on the keyboard, and then we're gonna start typing in settings, and we hit enter, opens up. Then we're gonna do personalization, and we're gonna go to, well actually let's change the background color first, because that's how it opens up by default. I'm gonna pick this picture, which I like. Now we're gonna go to colors. So in colors, we're gonna see choose your color, and it's pre-selected to light, which is bad, very bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it from light to dark, because light makes my eyes burn. So next step is we're going to do, well, we're gonna turn off transparency effects. Now this is a matter of preference, you don't have to turn off transparency effects. Next step, we're going to switch the accent color from this light blue color to something that suits your taste a little bit more. There's a bunch of options down here, which is kind of nice. Next step, we're going to show the accent color on the Start, Taskbar, and Action Center, and the title bars and window borders. We got that covered. Next step, we're going to mess with the Taskbar, because we don't need all this stuff down here, let's be honest. So we're going to right click on the Taskbar in some empty space, and we're going to first disable this search box, which we don't need, because like I showed you before, you can just go to the start menu and start typing. It'll show whatever you want. So we don't need that. So let's do search hidden. Next step, we're going to take off all these extraneous buttons, like the Cortana button, which I'm sure nobody uses, as well as the task view button. Because if you want to switch between apps, you can just do Alt-Tab. So that does basically the same thing. Next, we're going to drag all the icons down here in the bottom right that we don't want visible all the time into this little upward facing triangle button, which is the hidden icons. So shove them in there. We don't need Ethernet because the Ethernet is always connected. We don't need the headphones volume because we can just go up there and click it. Windows Ink Workspace we also don't need, so we can right click and uncheck Windows Ink Workspace. And then we've just got a few more icons. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do right click on Taskbar again, Taskbar settings. And this time we're going to scroll down to notification area, and we're going to go to turn system icons on or off. And we're going to turn off the ones we don't need, which is basically everything. So clock, volume we actually do need, but we want to access it in here, so we'll leave it in there. Network, same deal. Then we're going to turn off Action Center, which I don't use. And there we go. So now we got this nice little clean arrow here as opposed to all that crap that was there before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these desktop icons, because it's a lot cleaner to not have to have these all over the place. And if I really wanted to open something quickly, I just pin it to the taskbar. So now we're going to right click on the empty space in the desktop. We're going to do view and hide show desktop icons. That's how you do that. Next thing we're going to do is simplify the taskbar even further. And for that, I like to use a little extension called Taskbar X. You can Google it and find it, and I'll put a link in the description as well. I already have it installed, so I'm just adding it, and look at what it does. It centers the taskbar icons. It's pretty cool. Makes it look almost like Mac OS or Chrome OS or something more modern than Windows 10. Next step is you want to change your app icons. So go to it in the start menu, right click, you got more, and open file location. And then do properties, and then we have this screen here. We're going to click change icon. So you hit open, OK, apply, and OK. Add it to the taskbar like this. You're going to click on it in the start menu, more, pin the taskbar. Last thing you might want to do is you might want to go to the start menu and unpin a bunch of stuff from start that's in there by default, like Candy Crush and a bunch of random other stuff. You can unpin that and pin the stuff you'll actually use. And that brings us to the end of it. And there's also a lot of other stuff you can do, like rain meter for a custom clock widget, things like that. But I'm not going to get too far into it in this video. This is just a way to make it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, that's basically it. That's it. That's it.